there's a huge pond now. So, and I know that grows a lot of different types of bacteria and algae that definitely feed off of the gas.
Right. Last year we actually had a campus cleanup day where we invited pretty much the whole campus community to come out and pick up trash. And that's something we hope to continue in next year's. Adopt a spot is also something that facilities management does, where you literally take a spot on campus and you say that, oh, I'm going to maintain this and keep it up. They don't promote it as well, but we definitely want to try to get people to be more involved in keeping the campus clean.
What was one of the biggest things we found last year, like a mattress?
Yeah, we found some crazy stuff last year. There was like a mattress, there was like a bra, just crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, cleanup day's always fun.
Yeah.
One extra party.
Oh yeah.
That sounds crazy.
When I was younger, I would always say, like, why don't you just put solar panels on the roads? I mean, no one uses that.
We can actually kind of do that now, but capitalism doesn't like that idea.
I saw this invention, I don't know what country it is, but on the way to the train that kind of runs throughout their city, they have this walkway, and every time someone steps on it, they generate a little bit of electricity, and that actually powers the train to go all around the city all day, just from footsteps.
I think rebuilding floodplains, a lot of things. My dad used to work on the PUD board, so what they would do is dig out ditches so they'd avoid all the suburban homes, and they have generally better drainage up north. But if we could just redesign that and figure out, because we have so much concrete, find channels like LA does with their drainage ditches and start working around that. The Bayou has a lot of potential to become a new economic zone by building stores along that front. If we could take that and create a way so we can
but that's the problem.
channel the
Until
water.
it's developed well, no one's going to want to build a store there because of the risk.
As much as I hate to say it, I think we have to regulate it, and so that we can put up these ecological measures as well as build businesses on the front of it. So I think
there has to be a bridging of values, as you said earlier. Like, there has to be a balance between people who are really interested in social equity and also, the environment, and not just about making a profit and just, looking out for themselves.
I was living on campus.
And what I'm more concerned about is the flooding that we had in May. That was over a matter of 8 hours and 11 inches of rain. And it floods really, really easily on campus. And I'm worried that sometimes, since we haven't had Ike, we're a little bit more complacent. And, I'm not sure, if
that was my answer for 2B about how can Center Future reduce the risk of these consequences. It was both B and, I think, 1 or A, because I wanted to do the pocket prairie. Because we're talking with the people at the Coastal Center to try to get a pocket prairie on campus, and if we do get that, that also acts as a stormwater drain and all that kind of stuff. So there's that answer that I wanted to get that in before we finished. We're running out of time.
On top of that, there's also more extreme weather. I mean, it gets really hot during the summer, and then it gets really cold in the winter. And this is, it essentially speeds up the building's degradation, which means you have to fix it again, or there's more ways that gas could leak or water could leak. So you have to make sure these can, adapt to the weather properly. Otherwise, you're going to be fixing stuff over and over again, and there's going to be, again, you'll need X-ray vision to see all the problems.
Yeah. Right. And having more green space, like you said, with the pocket prairie. One of the main issues in Houston with flooding when we get inundated is that there's so many sidewalks, there's so much cement, there's nowhere for the water to go.
Right.
It's all in the storm drains.
All right. So we're going to give you a minute to summarize the key points on each team. All right? You have 60 seconds to tell us the 3 most important things you discussed. Okay? You have 1 minute to talk over Coach and get loud. Go.
So, that's being real.
You should be able to see all of this. We told people to smile that.
Who would like to share? Which table? Who wants to go first?
These guys are hot.
Yeah?
They got some stuff that they're going to share this with right now. What's your name? Michael's up.
All right, Michael. Does someone else? Do you want to talk about?
Talk about Michael, come on.
So we press up there be all our shade areas. A lot of months that people are reading in the summer and the hotter months, and we spend a lot of money on energy for that. We thought of green roofs. That's something we only have one of in UH is where you got grass or plants or whatever on a roof, and that's kind of easy fix. Someone thought that solar panels should be built into roads. That's not a thing, but should be. And there should just be a sense of everyone caring, and you can tell that, I don't know, in the future, I think it's just going to kind of be more of a sense that everyone is moving towards this, yeah.
And what was your name?
I'm Jordan, and I'm in the University of
Anybody else from the other groups want to contribute something?
No, just tell them. Carlos is going to read it. Carlos, what are the three things?
One thing we talked about was education and breaking habits. Because we were talking about how habits are the primary reason as to why communities and our school and just state as a whole aren't moving forward with sustainability. And then another thing we talked about was alternative modes of transportation, like bike use. One fact that was brought up was that on average, Houstonians don't walk more than a half block. And so,
Legs are too short. What's the reason for that?
I don't know. But so that's another thing was talking, or that what we need to change is just modes of transportation. We just got a new metro in, so utilizing that.
You'll see them using all these different modes, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Okay, Carlos, you're very shy, I can tell that. Gabriel, 30 seconds worth. Go over on.
All right. So I'm just really just short. We also had people's personal habits things. Again, we all agree that's something we've got to work on. But our point was, yes, you can incentivize, but what have we told you? It's already happening. So even with incentives, nothing's happening. So how do we take the next step? After that, there was parking and transportation. There's a lot of infrastructure questions, and also security ones, because you notice a lot of the things that happen in UH that are issues are in parking lots. So there's robberies or things like that. So how can we get people to park more safely, walk between campus and parking lots more safely, things like that. And for number 3, we had stormwater drains, not only for the retention of the stormwater, but also to generate electricity with flowing through the drain systems and everything. So I think that's 30 seconds.
Okay, that's good. All right, so John.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to think all these great ideas about how to do on campus, but my group was really focusing on with any climate change that's happening around us in Houston. Everyone remembers the Texas floods last couple months, and also Hurricane Alley. We talked about Hurricane Ike. We want to propose that Houston has terrible floodplains, terrible funding when it comes to economic development. We're thinking that if we could build a better floodplain in Houston, we could mitigate a lot of this damage and grow communities as a result. One of these examples we want to teach is find policies that help move lower income people to 35th wards in kind of the eastern side to more better places that have higher floodplains and stuff like that, higher than sea level. And then also we talked about Buffalo Bayou, developing that and creating residential and housing guidelines and regulations so that it can both make it better draining, flooding back into the bay, as well as creating all these opportunities for shopping and for exercise for the community.
Okay, very well stated. Good job. All right, so.
Entrepreneurship.
And Gabriel is an anthropology. He's in the graduate program. Okay, who from this table?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Thomas Snail, and I'm going to be speaking on behalf of my group. The topic question that we decided to touch on was consequences of an extreme weather event to Houston. And the main consequence that I put down was human cost. But the idea of human cost is going to be a collection of cost to the economy, to individual families, and to the city as a whole. Ecology, so the destruction of our our environment and the world we live in, wetlands, and the built environment of the cities in our picture. And the last note that we touched on was adaptation and learning. So learning to change with the world as it changes in the environment, and help to adapt and take in the consequences of the world we live in.
Well done. Okay, so last but not least.
Abby, are you going to do one? Well, we touched on several different topics. We didn't really specifically focus on one thing, but we touched on food deserts and how that's something that's really prominent in the Houston area, particularly since everything is so far apart, and how we really should try to find ways to reduce these food deserts and try to make fresh food more financially available for lower income families and communities that typically rely on food that is less expensive. What else did we talk about? We also talked about how we were discussing actually how the Pope managed to convince Maria's family to start recycling when nothing that she when nothing that she was able to do to convince them, just because of the Pope was an opinion leader, and because of that his influence is so much greater than everyone else. So just generally the importance of having opinion leaders and influential people really drive the message into our population and our community.
All right, good job. Give yourselves a hand. You guys did a lot of work in a short amount of time.
A very short amount of time. So we're just a couple minutes to 7:30. And what I had planned was for you all to get up out of your seats because you sit all day and talk to other people that are here as long as you can. If you need to leave, then I completely understand. If you're shy and you don't know how to break the ice with the people at the other table who you know nothing about, you don't know their names, you don't know what topic they picked, you can ask them, one of these questions and talk about maybe a shared experience that you might have in Houston. And we still have food, so if you're not fans of food waste in the Office of Sustainability, please grab some more food. And any plates that you have can be composted. Those go in the brown bags. Any silverware you have is trash. You can't recycle those. And the cups you have can be recycled. And if you don't know where your waste goes on campus, with any questions you have about sustainability, you can email us at sustainability@uh.edu, and we can help you out and guide you along. So get up, walk around, grab some more food if you like. Thank you all so much for coming today. I really appreciate it.